Hello everyone and welcome to round 3 of FZR Racing League Season 5. We'll let Alex take you through the track map.
So, Miami, pretty difficult one, especially on the game. But yeah, got a bit of time to kill, so let's go through the track map then. So, as you know, turn 1, pretty tight, the curbs are pretty high around this track, so on exit you've got to be careful, especially going into turn 2. Round turn 3, nice and easy, but don't get too greedy, especially on the curb again, otherwise your rear will just spin straight away. Into turn 4, fast, into turn 5 and turn 6 as well, into a long left-hander of turn 7, and turn 8 onto the straight DRS detection zone 1. Past that, then you go further up, past turn 9, DRS open, near close to the end of sector 2. Into turn 11, nice sharp left-hander, into a long right-hander into turn 12, and straight left again, 13. The chicane that probably no one likes is turn 14 and 15. Pretty difficult, but if you do that right, then you gain absolute heaps of time. Now into turn 16, nice little 90-degree turn onto the straight, DRS detection zone 2, get further up, DRS open, very long, turn 17, left-hander, turn 18, and turn flat out, fast turn 19, DRS open, cross the line, and there's a lap around Miami.
Right, we'll just tell everyone to ready up, as it seems like not everyone is joining. And Alex, do you want to take them through the standings?
Yeah, so standings, it's been pretty one-sided so far. I don't think Lewis Piper is racing today, but he is obviously in the lead by quite some margin at the moment. 2 race wins in a row and the 1 fastest lap though. Jamal is in second, who also isn't racing today, I don't think. And Boy actually could gain quite a lot of points on the front 2 to stay in P3. Phoenix Ultimate Racing, Med, might be joining us midway through, but that is your top 5 so far.
Move
then
on to Constructors.
In the Constructors, actually, I feel like it's going to get pretty tasty through here in the Constructors. Aston Martin's got a new team principal, are looking to gain on Williams, who have only got 2 race wins and a couple of other points just from the other driver. But yeah, also Haas, I think they need to have a good weekend. to get the Haas we know back on track. But yeah, definitely, I think Haas and Aston Martin are the ones to watch, and especially Red Bull. Actually, they've done a lot of practice this week with their new team principal. They're doing pretty well as a team. They're communicating well. If you watched our interview, what came out, I think yesterday or the day before, yeah, it showed us the insights of what it's going to be like in the future for that team. So I'm not sure if I'm having more issues again. But yeah, this qualifying's going to be interesting. We've got 70 drivers. It's going to be a full qualifying session, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, full quality. If everyone
yeah,
joins,
so
that is. Looks like we're having another bout of technical issues. And there we go. Oh, we're in.
So I think I'm in as well, hopefully. I don't know if anyone's had any issues.
I think most people need inviting back.
I thought it was me then. Got a bit worried.
Make sure to follow us on socials as well, as we'll keep you up to date with standings and race results, along with driver transfers and new team principals, race engineers, etc. So give us a follow on there, Instagram, Twitter, at FZR Racing. And some of the first cars are going out.
Gonna be excited qualifying. Who do you think's gonna grab pole?
Oh, it could be tough, and you know, Jake Squid's been putting some practice in, along with all of the Red Bull team. Seth Martin always looks consistent, but I don't know. I think X Fox will make it.
It's a Fox. I mean, yeah, it's always a favourite for pole. He loves the qualifying lap.
He does indeed.
I think one to watch in the race would be Seth Martin. We've seen him plenty of times make some absolutely fantastic moves around every track we've had so far. But yeah, I think one to watch in the race is going to be Seth Martin, and in qualifying, I'm going to say it. I think 10 plus might grab pole today. I've got a feeling.
10 plus.
Or yeah, 10 plus. I feel like he's going to come back with an absolute bang today. Definitely. He's had a tricky first two races. The second race he had, it was very good actually, but he just got had an unlucky entanglement with another driver, which probably cost him the podium last time out. But I think he's definitely going to look to grab his first one today, maybe a win. And I think we're going to have that old battle of X Fox versus 10 plus. Definitely, it's going to return to our screens. We all love a bit of that, don't we?
Yep, of course. Here we go. Jack Craft, yes. New driver, setting his first flying lap. That's on the apex in turn 1. Alex,
it's going to get interesting.
Invite everyone else back.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Do you want to take us through the rest of this lap then?
Okay then, so I think I'm still in.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, that's a good thing though, because that means I'm in track. It's spun as well.
Oh, you're actually watching the same race this time?
I'm watching the same race this time, guys. Let's go. Right, Damser Parent. Here we go then. Damser Parent. Takes quite a brave amount of curb, but he's braved it out nicely. Kind of missed the apex, probably could have been a lot closer there, but he gets the exit, and yeah. There's Damser Parent on the main straight, DRS wide open. I think this is going to be our first quali lap. He doesn't seem to have doesn't seem like he's got a lot of VRS. I don't know if he's accidentally used him on the outlappers. He's went straight on. I think that must have been a wheel disconnection.
Must have been.
That's unlucky. For Damser Parent.
Lucas Giles, we've seen putting in the practice with the Red Bull team, but unfortunately it does invalidate his lap there. Who are we going to ride on board with? Who do you fancy? Take your pick.
Let's go Johnny. Actually, yeah, let's go Johnny. As Jack Craft sets a 38.9, start us off. We're definitely gonna get faster than that. It's Lusario, 29.1. But mainline Johnny for the Mercedes team. I think Mercedes has been another one very unlucky. In Austria they had a double DNF. I'm pretty sure it was just it didn't go their way at all. Doesn't seem to be going their way in these first 2 rounds, but hopefully they come back. They've got some very fast drivers, Legend and Johnny, as I know, they are pretty quick. So hopefully we can see more of their pace today and less issues and less crashes. Nova Gibson back in the league, and he is on provisional pole so far, 28.3.
Yeah, my
Everyone's
former team, mate.
stuck in behind.
Very consistent driver. Look forward to seeing what he can do in the race.
There's Johnny. It looks like a pretty clean lap actually. It's purple sets 2. Is Johnny going to stick it on provisional pole? I'd love to see that actually. The Mercedes back on top. I haven't seen that in a while. But here we go then. Nice on the braking. Turns in. Looks pretty good at trail braking. Probably went a bit too deep. Probably should have broke a bit earlier. But he styled it out nice. DRS wide open across the line. Sticks it in P2. That is a 128.9. Quite some margin off of Nova Gibson.
Striker boy, purple sector 2. What can he do to finish off this lap?
Striker boy. He's actually had a good first 2, I would say. Actually, he's put a good fight to the main 2 what has raced with us. Definitely. Lewis Piper I think he's tried to have a battle with him. He just couldn't quite do it in the last few rounds. But here we go. Then Striker boy across the line. Sticks it in P3, a 128.8. No one can get near that Nova Gibson time, which is unlucky. Let's see if old Hoss Radbon can deny Nova Gibson on his, I think it's his second lap actually. Might have made a mistake on his first and might not be happy with it. Let's see how he does this chicane, probably the most tricky corners on the track, and he's done it pretty nicely actually. He's turned in nicely there on the power, and probably could have braved it a bit more, but it's fine.
Yeah, not I don't think he is on a fast. He's 1.7 seconds up. Let's ride on ball with Seth Martin. Purple sector 2.
Seth Martin, as we say, Red Bull, I think it's going to be the big headliner this race. Putting in a lot of effort. All the team meetings they've got a new CEO now, and it's looking good for Red Bull. I've got to say they've got a great boss. Seth Martin sticks it in P8 so far. I think he can definitely go a bit faster than that. I must have made a mistake on that lap. But yeah, it's definitely looking the up for Red Bull. They've got a good team boss. They've got a good race engineer, and I hope they do a good job this season. I am rooting for them, definitely. As Jake Squid is on the mediums. Interesting choice. Let's see where I can put it on the mediums, see what his pace is like on the mediums. Nicely does it. Hits the apex nicely actually. Very clean lap from Jake. Let's see what I can do at the end of sector 2. I think the last corners is definitely the end of sector 2. That's what can make or break a lap. And let's see how he does it then. Jake Squid on the mediums. On the tight line, yeah, it's definitely the best line, as he's now into the chicane. Nice, doesn't it? It takes quite a lot of curb actually. Pretty confident looks Jake Squid. There's a yellow flag ahead. I think it is just queuing cars to go on the fast lap. But Jake Squid will be getting a nice slipstream from that Alpine. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. Jake Squid. Let's see how he does on these mediums. I think if he does a good job on mediums, it might show his long-term pace on when he gets on the softs. As here we go then, DRS wide open, across the line, Jake Squid puts it in P8, 129.7. Let's say the mediums are 1 second faster, let's say 128.7. Maybe he can do. But so far, I think a big shout is Nova Gibson. He's done a great lap, I've got to say so far. 128.3. It's looking up for Nova Gibson. I'm having to send out some invites, sorry about this, guys.
Yeah, I think the Twitch stream is down again, but the YouTube stream is up, so thank you for everyone who's watching on YouTube. Sorry about Twitch. Have to get that sorted again. You see 10 plus. Currently haven't set a lap yet, but he's on a flyer now. On the main straight. Hits the apex.
Always does seem like 10 plus does set it quite late. But let's see what I can do. 10 plus always invalidate his lap time.
That's
Got a bit too greedy going into the chicane. I don't know what's happening here with the Red Bull. But Lucas Giles, let's see what I can do. I think it is a good battle between both his teammates. As we know, Red Bull don't mess about when it comes to driver changes, and I don't think they will here either. But Lucas Giles, I think it's all about beating one another. It's going to get interesting, the battle between Seth and Lucas Giles. I think they are going to work great as a team, but it's going to get interesting on if they do battle, if they do let each other pass. But let's hope for a battle there.
Excited to see what time X-Fox can set, obviously. Bottom 4 currently haven't set a lap. X-Fox, Lucas Giles, 10 plus, and Ben Rushy watching Lucas Giles now. See what he can do.
Here we go then, Lucas Giles into the last area. He's done that pretty nice, he took a lot of curb. Looks pretty brave, gets on the power, nicely gets the power down. Let's see, that's a purple sector 2 as well. Lucas Giles is on a great lap here, DRS wide open. Go on Lucas Giles, let's show your new team principal what you can do. Now, final 2 corners. Let's see how he hits the apex, he does it pretty nicely I'd say. Gets on the power, gets on the flat curb. Rumble strip, as we say, but DRS wide open across the line. He puts it in P2. That's a very good lap from Lucas Giles. Actually, that's where the Red Bull want to be. I think the team principal, the new boss, will be very pleased with that. But what a lap! There's 10 plus. He's on another one on his used soft compound. And now 10 plus. Yeah, it does seem like he's. Yeah, definitely it is. Yeah, Ben Rushy, I think he's going to ought to get into the top 10. He had a good battle with a few of the midfield last time out, but let's see if he can do it again.
Can you invite Jake's good?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Here we go then, Johnny. See what I can do. Into turn 1. Hits the apex nicely. Gets on the power well as well. Where can Johnny put this? I mean, pole, Nova Gibson, provisional pole I should say, 3/10 from second place. It's looking like a great return so far for Nova.
It's ideal. It's what he'd wanted. I mean, I wouldn't have expected this coming back into this, but it's a shock. And who doesn't love a shock? Comeback, sorry. On over Gibson. But yeah, let's see where I can put that car. Let's see, we go into probably make or break corners. Oh, he's went very deep into there. He's tried a different line, not worked for him at all. Yeah, it's unlucky for Johnny. Now on board with Andre. Andre's currently in P4. That's a good lap so far from the Alpine. They'll be pretty pleased with that. The new team principal of Alpine, I'm pretty sure there is, just came in as well today. But yeah, Andre, here we go then. Last 2 corners. DRS wide open, across the line. Nicely does it, he's improved on his time. Puts it in P3. That's where he wants to be.
Spinning
Not far off of P2.
And a sliding jack craft. Here we go then. X-Fox on his outline.
Wow.
We'll come back to him in a minute. As we ride on board with, who shall we go with? Seth Mai. Who's 14 seconds up.
Damps apparent. He needs to improve on that 130.2 if he wants to get involved in the midfield today. And as we've seen, Sector 1, 4 tenths up on his previous best lap time. Damps apparent this is crucial for him now. He needs to gain every bit, probably around, if he wants to get anywhere near, probably wants about a second out of this time. 4 tenths in the first sector. I think this is the big sector now. Second sector. Now, here we go then. Into the chicane. How's he going to take this? Is he going to go wide and in? Not quite. Ooh, big spin on the rears, but he's kept it going. I think he's definitely going to finish his lap. Just couldn't seem to keep that rear under control. Yet again, he hasn't got a lot of VRS left, which is a shame. Which will affect him on his lap. Probably losing about a tenth, I would say. Probably should keep it charging on the out lap. I don't know if he realises he isn't. But into the final 2 corners, probably could have hit the apex probably a bit nicer. But he's got on the power. Damps the power, and where's he going to put that McLaren car? Is he going to be realistic? DRS wide open, puts it in P11, not quite in the top 10. But it'll do. It will do for now.
When you get Jake's with
yeah. And Exa Fox is also on a lap. This is don't want to be using anything. Ooh. Wouldn't expect that.
Johnny 4 tenths up on his previous time in Sector 1. As he backs out for some reason. I don't know why he's done that. Just 4 tenths up. Must have made a mistake.
As a reminder, it is just Q1 so far. So I don't know if the UAEs are pushing too hard. Especially once who's already got a lap in.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, 4 tenths up after the first sector just backs out. I'm not sure.
I think the only real drivers who's going to have to put another lap in is about 11th downwards.
Seth Martin, 5 tenths up, coming into the final sector.
5 tenths up, he needs a good lap here just to make sure he gets into Q2 in that Red Bull. This is the first ever time we've done actually full qualifying on stream. Let's see how it goes. Seth Martin is going to cross the line, DRS. Wide open, cross the line, he puts it in P11. That's on the edge, that's borderline times, he needs to get into the 28s. But I think that'll do. Render, as X-Fox has set a lap time, but obviously he's going to set another one, as that won't cut it. As I think 10 plus is back in, but Nova Gibson, I think that's a big story. P1, he hasn't set another lap time, I don't think he needs to. Yeah, we've still got another couple drivers out there that need to set lap times to secure their place in Q2. But here we go, X-Fox, one of the main contenders for the win today. Sector 2, he is now in. A few tenths up, I think. I didn't quite see it, but here we go then. Nice on the brake in there, bit of trail brake in there, that's what you love to see. Good line as always. Text that inside. Ooh, that's a big rear.
Can he still put his
together?
20 seconds up on his
but that should put him.
I don't know, that was a big slide. We'll have to wait and see towards the end of the lap when he crosses that line.
He does. He needs to get this lap in as well to get out of Q1.
Yeah.
Let's not remember that. So.
He has to finish it.
Someone there. What happened there? DRS wide open. He puts it in P12. He is through, but by the skin of his teeth, as Med is knocked out in Q1. He didn't set a lap time. Oh, Med. That is unlucky. Not one lap time.
That's it for everyone.
As Nova Gibson, top in Q1.
Great start for Nova on his return. Former teammate, very consistent, as I said earlier. Looking forward to what he can do in the race, hoping that he maintains that lead and gets his season off to a winning start.
Also, Ben Musho 7 gets through by the absolute skin of his teeth. That is very close. If Ben had got a lap time in there, I think Ben Mushy would be out, but he's just got through. We have had some connectivity issues, so it's been a shame. And for Med, I think, especially, and X-Fox, but he has got that lap in the end on those 2 lap old soft compound.
Anyone watching, if you want to put your race prediction and your quali prediction in chat, and we'll read some out. Who do you think's gonna take pole and then go on to win the race, Alex?
Still think Templos is in a chance. He's had some connectivity issues, but I think he's got it sorted now. But yeah, I think Templos is the one to watch. Still got something in his locker, I think. I don't think he got a clean lap in either, so
Well, on to quali 2. No
Oh,
Gibson.
Ben Wishy is out, never mind. I thought he was in P15, but Ben Wishy is out in Q1. My bad.
Jake Squid opting for the mediums as well. Looks like he was wanting to save a set of tyres, and he is through, to be fair.
Yeah, smart choice. I'd have done the same. Mediums, I need to get one good lap in, really, and it was good enough, 129.7.
Mickey thinks Andre is going to win the race, or is that quali, Mickey? Let us know.
Andre's actually a good shout. Don't blame him for that. He's looked good so far, actually.
Definitely.
So don't count out the Alpine. I know Mickey is the team principal, but we'll ignore that. And yeah, I do actually think Andre's within a chance today. P4, 2 tenths off Nova Gibson. Johnny actually 1.5 tenths off, and Lucas Giles actually is one of the biggest comebacks I've seen in quite a while. Actually, it wasn't that quick in Austria, but yeah, was all right. Yeah, so far in Q1.
Right, Q2 is underway. It's green light. Let's see who's going to be out first.
Put bets on who's gonna be out first. I reckon it's gonna be
I think it's
Seth
gonna
Martin.
Be, Coppercoin or Rosario.
Oh, you cheater! That is cheating.
It's Rosario.
Oh,
hello. It's
no,
not.
it's not. No,
It's
Jake Squid. Jake Squid. Oh, yes, Jake Squid. He's out first. He's on the soft as well. Crucially on the soft. We're gonna finally see his pace. If Lewis Piper isn't going to race that often, who do you reckon's going to win the championship in the long run? I know we're only on round 3, but
shall we do top 3?
I still think Templos is in there. I'll do top 3. Yeah, we'll do top 3.
Right.
Who do you think? You do yours first. Go on.
Think. Oh, this is difficult. I think it'll be Striker Boy, Lewis Piper, then first is
Tough.
No, I'll go Templar, Striker Boy, Lewis Piper. I do think Lewis Piper will win if he does attend all the races. It's just too good.
I think third place. I'll go with. I think Striker Boy. Yeah, Striker Boy. I think he's gonna have a good start to the season. But if Lewis Piper does attend, then he will win the championship by a mile. But I don't think that will happen. I think X-Fox will grab P2, and I think it's gonna be the same. Templos. I think he'll win it again.
Templos in again.
I think he will. The consistency in the end of the season, I think it'll be too much for all the other drivers. Definitely. We just see all the time his consistency. I think he's got unlucky in the past 2 rounds. I think it's going to turn on this round. I will always have the hope for Templos to come back. But anyway, let's stop focusing on the long term. Let's focus on the now as Jake Squid is on his first lap on those soft compound. Let's see what he can do. 30.6 in the first sector, that's not bad. But DRS wide open. Jake Squid. I mean, he actually had a good race last time out, if I'm not wrong. I think he didn't grab a point, did he? He went on the softs for a last-stint push, but he had a bit of a mistake on the final lap, well, probably cost him a point in that race. But he's a good midfield runner, and let's hope to see him at the top of his times in this race. We did see he did some good practice before, so let's hope he can show us if he can put that into race pace and quali pace. But 103.1 for his first two sectors combined. Let's see, Jake Squid, what he can do. DRS wide open, only 2 corners to go now. Into the final 2. Braking out the 50-metre board. Bit of trail braking there, what I love to see. But gets on the gas, final corner. And now DRS wide open, cross the line, that's a 1:28.5, that's a very good lap actually. The fastest lap time of Q1 was a 28.3, so yeah, it's a good lap from Jake Squid. He'll be pretty happy with that, and I think that will get him through. Let's just see how the other drivers put the times in behind, but here we go then. Andre, one to watch in qualifying so far. DRS wide open, puts it on provisional pole by about 6,000ths or 100th, yeah, it's 100th, by 600th of a second to Jake Squid. It's going to be close up front, but Andre is definitely one to watch. Seth Martin is on a lap, Lucas Charles on a lap, and Nova Gibson too. But here we go, Lucas Charles in the Red Bull, he's looked pretty good as well. DRS wide open across the line. It says 150, I don't know if he made a mistake, he must have done on that lap, as Seth Martin is also coming into the pits. But there are a few good drivers out on track at the moment, as I think both of the Hasses are on laps now. Striker Boy looks to be getting that slipstream out of the Haas pair. 10 plus then. I think he might grab pole here. Let's see what you can do. And 10 plus then. It's going to get interesting near the end of the qualifying. I do think 10 plus is mainly a race pace person. I mean, last season we didn't see him that much lead everything. He always does seem to just grab it in the race, and that's where his consistency pays off. But 10 plus, I think he needs to just aim for the top 3 and try and just get a consistent lap in now, so he don't have to use any more of those fresh softs. But into the chicane. Bit cautious, but very nicely does it.
Yeah, I think he has to get that right. If he gets that right, then he'll stick this lap together. It's that chicane that will ruin his lap, but he's got it done this time. Gets purple sector 1, purple sector 2. Will he get that purple sector 3? Will he stick it on provisional pole? Lucas Charles set for 1:28.3. Can 10 plus beat it?
Oh, that's a very good lap from Lucas Charles. That Red Bull is looking very quick, but the former champion is going to put it back on top again, the 1:28.1. Now that makes me think, are we going to get into the 27s? 10 plus, 1:28.1. What a first lap, and welcome back to the front. Hexafox is also coming to the final couple corners. Now, is Hexafox, yes again, is it going to be Hexafox versus 10 plus in the latter stages of qualifying? I don't think it is. Hexafox sticks it in P5 with his teammate just behind him. Oh, as Johnny has retired, I don't know what happened there, I think he's crashed the chicane. Oh, that's gutting. Mercedes just can't seem to be getting any luck right now. But I don't think that's going to get him into Q3. He's on the edge. His Legend needs to try and bring home some good points for Mercedes today. Definitely. Needs to help the team out, as they've not got much points at all this season. Had a lot of instants, and yet again they've had one in qualifying. Purple sector 1 for Legend, actually that's a very good, very neat sector 1. Is Legend going to go on for pole? Sort that out. There we go then, into the final few corners, onto the back straight now for Legend. He's had a pretty good lap actually, 103.5 for the first two sectors. Let's see what I can do. In the final two corners, this is crucial now for Legend's lap. If this is good enough, he might not have to do another one to get into Q3. But power down now onto the final straight. DRS open. But Legend P6 for Mercedes, I think they'll be pretty happy with that lap time. I think we've still got stuff to improve off of, but yeah. Still a long way to go for these drivers.
Sorry about that. Who are we watching?
Let's ride on board with Seth Martin. It's not on a lap. Must have made a mistake, as I've just seen something happen. I don't know who that was. I think it was Nova Gibson, who had provisional pole in Q1. He needs to get a good lap in now to get out of Q2.
Striker boy, he needs this lap to get a time on the board to get out of Q2. I think he definitely could be up there. It's just about sticking this lap together. He definitely does have the race pace. Very consistent. That's why he's up there in the driver's standings, raking in those points for Haas.
This is crucial for Haas now. Actually, Striker boy. I mean, he's P3 in the standings, but I think Haas needs a bit of a boost now to get back on top. We did see them get it near the latter stages of last season and just get the groove on a bit now. I think it is in the later stages where they do come to life, Haas, but let's see if they can start it now a bit deep there, but he will probably have a bit more traction into the next two corners. Inside line taken nice, he's gone wide and out and in. That's probably the best line to do. Actually done that chicane pretty cleanly. No mistakes now for Striker boy onto 103.1. That's a pretty good first two sectors. DRS wide open. Let's see what he's going to do. Is the yellow flag ahead? I don't think it's going to affect his lap. No, I don't think it is. Green flag. But into the final two corners, onto the rumble strip. Round out the final corner. DRS wide open. Striker boy puts it in P6. I think that will be good enough. Only 5 tenths behind his teammate. It's not too bad. But yeah, P6, P1 and P6 for Haas. They'll be pretty happy with that, I imagine. As Jake Squid is also on a lap in the Alfa Romeo. We saw him save a fresh set of tyres in Q1. He's now 2 tenths up on his last lap. That is actually gonna stick him probably in P3, P2. But let's see what he can do in the final parts of Sector 2. Doesn't take any curb, which is probably the best decision. But takes a really nice line, I've got to say, Jake Squid. Into the chicane now. Takes a lot of curb. He's very brave on that curb, but I think it's actually paying off for him. Jake Squid now round out the final corner of Sector 2. 4.5 tenths. It is Jake Squid. One to watch now in qualifying. It's all over the place. I don't know who's going to take pole in Q3, but Jake Squid is going to stick it on a provisional in Q2. Nicely does it on exit as well. Power down nicely. He's at 1,000th in the world for nothing. Here we go. DRS wide open. Jake Squid is gonna stick it on pole in Q2. I mean, that's a shock. I didn't see a 8 lap. I've got to say, 128.1. It's gonna get interesting Q3, and I'm all eyes.
Great lap from Jake Squid. Let's ride on board with Exafox.
X Fox. I think he actually might need a better lap time. I think Nova Gibson will obviously improve. Old Hoss maybe as well. I'm not sure who will go out here. Obviously Johnny will go out, unfortunately, due to his car crashing in Sector 2. But Fox probably needs to secure his lap time. I think these are older softs. I think he's already done a lap on these. Yeah, he's already done one lap. But 1.5 tenths up, that will probably do. If he can get it into the 0.5s, then that'll be pretty impressive. And that will get him firmly into Q3. Into the final 2 corners then. Turns in. Looks pretty neat from Fox. Now rounds out the final corners. DRS wide open across the line. It's going to be a 28.4. That's even better.
That's
into
like
P4. That is more like it.
Well,
but we've got to think. Lucas Giles. P3. A shock to the front runners, I imagine. Must have done a lot of practice. Seth Martin in P7 as well. It's looking very good for Red Bull. This new team principal has really transformed the team. These team meetings and practice sessions have really worked out for them. They'll be pretty pleased if they do get into Q3 and get P3 and P7. That'll be pretty strong for them. First podium for the new team principal will be massive for the team. So let's hope for them that it does work out for them. We have seen them struggle to even grab some points in the last 2 rounds, but with a new team management system coming in and the new CEO coming in, it's looking very good. It's looking very high for this team. As Lusario sets to 129.1. He is just in Q3 at the moment by the skin of his teeth.
Just starting his lap. Ooh, we're just finishing his lap as well. Old Hoss, let's see what he can do.
Old Hoss, we've seen him been a very good runner in the midfield battle so far. He's actually the only person who scored points in that Red Bull this season, but he has had that transfer for a full-time seat at Alfa Romeo, and I think it's been a good move for him. He's got a good teammate by the looks of it, Jake Squid, on provisional pole. He's got to get this lap right if he wants to get into Q3. This is it now. No mistakes for Old Hoss. Coppercoin and Downsporn are out in Q2 as they have finished and they're not going out for another lap. Nova Gibson also needs to get out of Q2. This is his final opportunity. I think he's going around the final 2 corners now.
7.5
and
tenths
he
up.
is 7.5 tenths up. Can't count him out at all. Oh, gutting for Nova Gibson. He invalidates at the last corners, but Old Hoss, he looks like he's been very scrappy in the end of Sector 2. He's still 3 tenths up, and that will do it. No mistakes now in the final 2 corners. You can't invalidate this now.
This is
like
critical.
We saw Nova Gibson, but oh, this is very critical. Gutted for Nova Gibson. He could have been on pole today, but he has invalidated at the final hurdle. But Old Hoss, can he get into Q3 with his teammate on provisional pole?
Like
DRS wide open across the line. Yes, he will. Knocks Lusario out. P9 for Old Hoss Radborn. That was crucial. It looks very scrappy in the final stages of Sector 2. But he's kept it together in Sector 3. Ah, Nova Gibson, what it could have been. Unlucky. That is very unlucky.
Provisional pole in Q1, and to go out in Q2, it's really unlucky, but I've got to say, fantastic from Jake Squid, Templos and Lucas Giles. Well, the top 6 really.
Yeah, they're all in for a shout. All of them in for a shout today. Don't count anyone out.
Yeah.
Everyone up to P8, I think, has got a chance, really. We did see Legend just get in. I don't know what happened to him on his out. Both of the Mercedes yet again having some issues. But now into the most crucial Q3. Here we go then. As Lusario, I think, tried to go on mediums, a bit cheeky. But didn't get through in the end. But that rounds out Q2.
Remember, follow us on socials. We'll keep you up to date with all the standings and race results alongside with the driver transfers, new team principals and race engineers. Make sure to follow us on there at FZR Racing on Instagram and Twitter. And while you're there, drop a follow on YouTube and Twitch. We'll hopefully get Twitch sorted for next week. So thank you all for tuning in today. As we move on to Q3, who's going to take pole?
I don't know. This is one of the closest it's been for a while in qualifying.
Definitely.
From first downwards to probably about 6th, 7th.
I've got to say, Jake Squid is looking very strong. Putting a lot of practice around this track.
Yeah, he's definitely looking mega quick.
Seen him in the Discord comparing lap times with 10 plus. So I think it's going to be a two-way battle between them. Unless Lucas Giles can get involved.
I think I think 10 plus still. I'm gonna stick to my gut. I'm still gonna stick 10 plus up there. He only did one lap, and he's still got it done. I think everyone else has 2 sets. I think he has 3 sets of fresh tyres to get away and get rubbered up in Q3. I think he might save one for the race though.
Yeah. Who's coming out first?
I'm gonna say Seth Martin.
Johnny.
I'm gonna stick to him.
Legend.
Legend. It's legend. Wait. Someone at the back.
Alfa Romeo gets
Jay Squid. Jay Squid. Yes, Jake. He's done it again. I should have guessed him. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess him every time from now on.
Oh, I have another time, I'm afraid.
Well, next week then.
Next week. Oh.
Everyone put your predictions in the chat. Who do you think is going to take pole? I think it's going to be Jake Squid. Putting a lot of effort in practice. Seen it in the Discord, in posting and comparing lap times with 10 plus. I think it will be him.
Yeah, so I totally agree. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with 10 plus. If I had some money and I would have betted on someone, it would be 10 plus. But if you're going for an underdog, Jake Squid is the one for you. He's looking rapid, absolutely rapid in that Alfa Romeo. He's just looking comfortable, especially around that chicane. He's taking so much curb, but it's really working for him. You've got to say it's looking bright for both the Alfa Romeos. Old Hoss did get into Q3, but did make a mistake on the lap. So you've got to argue, is there more race pace in the Alfa Romeo for Old Hoss? But Jake Squid, yeah, definitely, he's up there for pole today. I think also, can't count out the Red Bull of Lucas Giles, looking pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, for the Alfa Romeo, it's all great in qualifying, but can he translate that into race pace? As we see him now into turn 1.
Ooh,
big
was that a bit of a wiggle? Yeah, gonna back out. Yeah, don't blame him for that. If he wants to fight for pole, you can't be making mistakes like that on your lap. Definitely not. As Show ride on board with 10 plus. Here we're going into the first few corners. Does take just the tiniest bit of curb on that right front tyre, but 10 plus had a very good lap, very strong lap in Q2. No mistakes at all. Didn't have to use any extra sets of tyres. You've got to argue he's always up there, and I think this is the start of his title defence as he gets purple set to 1. But I'm not sure if everyone will so far. I'm not sure how it works. Can't remember. But 10 plus. It's all about sector 2. The chicane is crucial, and that is where you'll gain, or you'll see your lap time fade away. Just a lovely line. It's so clean. On the power nicely, goes out and in. I don't think he will. Oh, he is taking quite a lot of curb, but I do think that's where Jake Squid is the strongest on the track. If you compared both the lap times now, ooh, big snap on exit. This is not going to be a lap what gets in pole position, that's for sure. I think he might finish it though anyway. We'll have to see. But seen a couple mistakes in these first couple of laps as Legend gets it with a 128.005. Lucas Giles 127.9. That's, from what I remember, that's a very good lap. What was the Q2 time? Was it a 28-1?
The fastest Q2 time was 1:28.103.
Lucas Giles, 27.9. That's a very, very good lap time from Lucas Giles. He is up there for pole today. It will be a big shock to the system. As we've said before, Red Bull have had a big change in their leadership, but it's looking bright for them. Very much so. Seth Martin is also in P7, and both of them in the top 10 at the end of the day, and one of them could be on pole. Incredible.
Striker Boy as well in the 127s. This is getting good.
This is gonna get close. 27.999. Oh my god, but that is mega close. 500th behind Lucas Giles, and you can gain that on a lap. Will be somewhere to gain time. You can never have a perfect lap in Formula 1. Yes, but I don't know who's the ones that I think 10 plus is still. I mean, if you can't get in the 27s, then you've got to think. Can Jake's good as well get in the 27s? If you can't, then
he does.
Oh, he does.
Puts it on provisional pole in Q3.
A 27.8. That's a fantastic lap time. It's a good banker lap. He's on old tyres as well, 2 lap old tyres. That'll be probably about an extra 10th or 2 he's got in the locker with a fresh set. But this is going to get close between the end. I think Lucas Giles is up there, Jake Squid's up there, Striker Boy's up there, Legend, 10 plus. Can't he might have made a mistake, maybe even Andre. Fox. I mean, there's too many options. Might as well randomise it because I don't know who's going to get pole. I'm absolutely clueless. Remember, we're only in quick Q3, we've still got a 50% race to come. I still don't know who's going to win that. No considerations at all, I'm not a clue. Yeah, the race pace looks very strong, very similar. By the looks of it.
Definitely. Here he is then, your provisional pole sitter, about to come into the pits. Of course, he did use mediums on in Q1, so he will have an extra set if he does need it. But he's looking comfortable at the top right now. Jake Squid, great drive so far.
Yeah, so very strong. That practice is coming in handy. He just looks so comfortable in Sector 2 compared to any other driver. I haven't seen anyone take curbs like that so far, and he's just throwing that car everywhere it needs to be. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Very strong from Jake Squid. Compared to last race in Spain, he could barely hang on to P8, P9, who was getting attacked by Seth Martin, but today he came back a different man. He's now on provisional pole. He's probably got one lap left in him, depending on if well, he probably needs to make it on one lap. He can't be making mistakes on this first lap, otherwise it will lose grip in those tyres, probably about an extra 10th. But here we go then, some of the drivers are coming out of the pits now. Jack Craft, Fox and Seth Martin. All 3 of these drivers need to get a better lap time if they want to get to the top 5 places. But the top 5 is very close, so it's going to be tricky. I think crucially Seth Martin is going to need to be up there to impress his new team boss. But they should be getting points today. I don't imagine them not. I don't want to commentators curse them, so I'm just going to stay quiet about Red Bull. But yeah, my opinions keep changing every lap now. I don't know who's going to get pole. I don't know who's going to win. If you're in chat,
crucial for Red Bull to get Seth Martin up round near the top 5 in order to play the team strategy game. I think he can do it though, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. If you're in chat, who do you think is going to get pole, and who do you think is going to win the race? But here we go, and Seth Martin on the first lap of, well, first lap of the second stint of laps coming through. Q3, Seth Martin. Let's see what he can do. Every corner is crucial. Oh, it's a bit of a snap. That's going to lose him time. He's going to back out. Yeah, I don't blame him for that. So on board with Fox. This is going to be crucial for him as well, actually. This might be the lap what gets pole. 9 tenths off the pace so far. You've got to think, did he make a mistake on that lap? Or has he genuinely just got no pace round here? X-Fox, take it away. Left-hander. Nicely does it. Hits the apex nicely. DRS. Will be getting DRS now, I imagine. Yes. Power down.
6 tenths.
DRS enabled.
On his
6 tenths. Oof. Wow, that's a mega job. He needs to get another 3, 4 tenths in these final couple corners in sector 2. This chicane is critical. Hopefully, he gets no traffic. It's very neat from X-Fox. Still looking not to 1.2 seconds up on his time. Purple sector 2. X-Fox. Can X-Fox get pole here in Miami? Wow, this has been a mega lap. The way he's just thrown this car round sector 2 like it's, I don't even know, like it's a flipping toy car. X-Fox driving like it's a Hot Wheel. Rounds out the final corner. DRS wide open. He does by an absolute mile. 6 tenths from Jake Squid. What the lap from X-Fox. 127.2. Has he been hiding the pace the whole time? P1 by 6 tenths. Wow, this is maybe not going to be close as we'd think, but what a lap. What an outstanding lap.
Incredible. See what Sandboss can do.
Doesn't seem to be on a great lap. I'm not sure what the first sector time was. I think it said on mine it was a 10th and a half down, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. Rounds out sector 2. He's 2 tenths down on his time. That's not what you want to see at all. Is he going to be slowing down through another lap? Is my delta wrong? But here we go into the final corner. Can Templos gain anything in these final few corners to try and make a charge in the top 5, in top 3 even? He's going to be close to getting those top 3 spots. Can Templos do it? No, can't do it. It's only 6 tenths gained. But look how close it is from 2nd to 7th. That is mega close from all those drivers.
Gets this final corner right. It could be in contention for pole here.
Striker Boy also puts it in P2, but Jake Squid, one to watch, rounds out the final corner. DRS wide open. Can Jake Squid go pole? No, he can't, but does get P2. 13 seconds left. He's not obviously going to go for another one. He needs to charge that battery up. But is anyone else on the lap right now? I think Andre is backing out. And he won't be able to get another lap in. Legend has got it all to do in these final few corners, but 2 tenths, that'll put him in P4 happily and rip Lucas Charles away from the top 4. Legend, no mistakes, can't invalidate now. Rounds out the final corner of sector 2. 2 tenths up, that is going to be good enough for the top 4. Now, Legend. Let's see what he can do. I think there's only 2, 3 more drivers on track who are on laps. But, Legend. Let's see what he could do in these final corners. As unluckily for Tempos, who did see him only improve by 6 tenths, and that's not enough in this qualifying session.
P4. 10 plus on X-Fox, sorry, on another lap.
Fox, he doesn't really need to go on another lap, but let's see if he can extend it even more. 27.2. Oh, big error.
Well,
he's just weaving across the line.
That's it. X-Fox is your pole sitter for Miami.
Wow, what a lap. Absolute mega job.
Incredible.
From X-Fox. 27.2. We was in the 8.1s in Q2, and out of nowhere whips a 27.2. But wow, got to think Jake's good as well. 27.5, sticks it in P2. Wow, what a qualifying.
Definitely an incredible job from Exafox.
Look at the gap from P5 to P7. I mean, that's ever so close. Red Bull with the new CEO, P5 and P10, I think they'll be pretty satisfied actually with that job.
Been very active in the Red Bull team chat until late at night in VCs, looking at strategy. Let's see if they can implement that in the race, as here is your leaderboard for the end of Q3 and the end of qualifying. Exafox is your pole sitter for round 3, season 5 FZR. On to the race.
Now, Exafox, we've seen in the past, he sets a really good quality time, but can he keep it in the race? I'm not sure. I still think my opinion on Tempest has changed. I think right now he probably should be in the top 5, but unluckily he couldn't bring a couple corners. I mean, even one corner difference, to be honest. He could have made on that lap to get in the top 5, but Sol, no, well, not really all to lose. He's got all to gain now. No, all or nothing.
All or nothing.
So hopefully we have no bugs here, and no one disconnects. Otherwise, it could desync the whole lobby, and no one wants that.
Jack Craft saying he got his banker lap on 15% tyres. That is unfortunate, but plenty of laps left in the race. Plenty of laps to make your way up that field. You can do it.
Interesting.
Best of luck to all the drivers.
Definitely going to get interesting here as the formation lap is about to get underway. Here is the, I don't know if you can see the predicted pit stop strategy. I think it is mediums to hards. Yet again, around here, quite a lot of tyre deg around Miami. But Xbox leads us away.
Exafox, can he translate that blistering final lap of quali pace into consistent race pace? Jake Squid, of course, lurking in behind. What can he do? Can he turn this front row into a win? But can't count out Striker Boy. Been very consistent in the first 2 races. Can he put his car on the top step, or will he have to settle for a podium? Obviously, Lewis Piper, who's won pretty much everything that he could have possibly done so far, isn't racing this week, so it massively mixes up the points. And what can Xbox do back in P7? I'm sure he has a lot of race pace left to show.
Plus it's got he is a more race pace person. He's very consistent. But I think, that's a lot of weaving from Exafox.
You get them tyres warm. 29 laps then.
He's drifting.
Bit sliding.
But Jake Squid, I actually think Jake Squid will be happy with P2, to be fair.
Of course, but with the practice, I'm sure he would have wanted P1. Here we go, predicts pit stop strategy, hard to medium. But it looks like, let's just run you through quickly, if we can. Hards for Xbox, Jake Squid mediums, Striker Boy mediums, Legend mediums, Lucas Child hard. So, here we go as we line up on the grid. Just waiting for the last couple.
There we go then. About to see lights out for the third time this season in Miami. Here we go then. First few red lights coming on. And it's lights out and away we go. Big delay there, but here we go then. Down into turn 1. X-Fox has got away well, but Striker Boy is actually going round the outside. Jake Squid's going to try and keep that P2, but Legend down the inside. Can he make it stick? He's cut the track. I'm not sure what's happened there between them drivers, but Legend is re-overtaken by Jake Squid. I think he's going to go 3 wide. Oh my god, what a battle. No, Jake Squid does retain that P2 position. Oh, wow, what a battle between them three it's going to be if it's going to be like FZR race. Striker Boy does lose position. Templos gains a position. He's having a battle with Andre currently. Oh, it's side by side battling. Just can't make it there. But we've still got 28 laps to go, including this. I mean, not including this one. But, wow, this is going to get close. Very close. As Jake Squid has lost the lead. I mean, Jake Squid has gained the lead. X-Fox must have made a mistake there. But Jake Squid swoops past X-Fox and he's now in the lead. What a first lap it has been for Jake Squid. And Jake Squid is going to, lead this first lap.
Yeah, he's going to look to extend this lead as much as possible to try and keep X-Fox out of the DRS when it's turned on. But it looks like he's going to go for the instant move back on Jake Squid. Here we go then. X-Fox side by side into the corner.
Is he going to go for a switchback? Is he going to go around the outside? I think he's chosen around the outside. Can he make that move stick? Has he got traction on exit? I don't think he has, but you can't remember. Turn 1 is probably a huge overtaking zone for this track, but he just can't make it. I ain't got enough straight line speed.
Looks like Nova Gibson has spun. Unfortunate for him.
Nova, nothing's going his way at all. Was P1 in Q1, but it's just nothing seems to be going his way. Johnny has also spun. Yet again, another Mercedes disaster. Nothing can go right for them, but we've still got a lot of laps to go, and let's see if we can gain it back. All 18 drivers are still in this after lap 1, and Jake Squid, crucially, takes the lead. Grid is still very close up to P16. Not much in it at all, as we see a huge midfield battle between Templos, Med, Andre. Then you look behind for the last podium spot. Legend, Striker Boy, Lucas Charles are all still in this. So that consistency, no mistakes now from all these drivers. But yeah, gonna be everyone's just trying to get that slipstream. Look at it, it's a massive train of drivers trying to get slipstream. Wow, head on camera. I think if Jake Squid does break that DRS train, was
very deep from Legend there. Overtaken by Striker Boy. Can Lucas Charles get him on the straight? He's got a lot more momentum coming out of the final corner. Does look like he's going to get him. But Legend,
Lucas Giles. Round the outside, that's a lovely move from Lucas Giles. Gets P4, nicely done. But can Legend get it back? Now he's going to go round the outside. He's going to make another move on Lucas Giles. Can Lucas Giles keep it in that position? Yes, he can. For now, we've still got a long way to go. But Lucas Giles is up into P4 since Legend mistake. It's unlucky for Legend. But Lucas Giles, what a move. He's up into P4. Nicely does it for the Red Bull team. Crucial points into P4. Now can he fight for a podium? Fight the likes of Striker Boy. Every point is crucial. And as here we go again. Legend down the inside of Lucas Giles. He's backed out.
Move in the background as well. Med against Templos. What can he do? Squeezing every bit of track that they can. Templos goes off track. It's going to be very tight in this chicane. Templos has to cut it a little. I'm sure he will get a warning for that. Great battle in between the two as we see a spin from Legend. That's not what he would have wanted.
Disaster for Mercedes again. Just can't keep it on the track at all. P18 and P15 in the space of 3 laps. That is ever so unlucky.
Going for the move on Med. He taps him round, but he actually pushes him back online. very feisty between these two drivers. Lewis Piper in the Discord saying he fell asleep. That's not going to win you the championship. Big contact between these two. I'm sure there'll be reports going in here.
Wow, where is he? I mean, Templos has broke the DRS train between him and Andre, and he's going to definitely look to get back in that as soon as he can, because otherwise he's going to get gobbled up on the cars behind. As we look ahead, Jake Squid, 1.7 is the gap to Exafox. Striker Boy is only 6 tenths behind Xfox, but crucially...
Jack Craft spun.
Oh, Jack Craft in his debut, that's not what he looks for, as he's now going to get gobbled up by Ben Wushy and Harles in his first race in FZR. That is not great for the Aston Martin team. They have got a new team principal also, and it's not looking great for Aston Martin so far. They've still got one car in P2, which is Exafox, but unlucky. Striker Boy actually is very close to the back of Exafox. Can he get a move done? DRS open. It just doesn't seem close enough on this straight. Needs to gain crucially in sector 1, I'm pretty sure, as Johnny is slow in sector 1. I'm not sure what's happening there. I think he might have spun again. But Lucas Charles is running a nice race. He's P4. Team principal's going to be happy. Durus. Yeah, good points. Looking good. Seth Martin, he's just got overtaken by Old Hoss, as I just say that. Yeah, as Seth Martin spun. I don't think it's that bad of a spin though, as he's joined kind of the second pack there, who are battling for E11. But just, I think they're going to hope for safety car.
There's 2 cars spinning in the first sector. It's not what we want to see.
Definitely not, and I think that's very much it. And Johnny, or is it Legend? I think it's Legend.
And Ben Rushy, yeah.
It's Striker Boy. Wow, he's very close. Can he make a move here? I think he can. Down the inside. Ooh, he's just backed out. I don't blame him for that. Probably going to get DRS on the back straight anyway. He needs a good exit out of the chicane. But Lucas Charles has been invited back into the battle for P3 and P2. Can he have a good enough exit? He's literally touching the back of that Haas. Is this going to be a double move? Because the DRS is so powerful, obviously. But does Xfox have the straight line speed to keep it in P2? DRS open for both Lucas Giles and Striker Boy, but obviously not for Xfox. He just doesn't seem to have enough straight line speed to get past. I think it's going to be the corners what are crucial. 2.5 tenths. Can he make it into 2? Oh no! Lucas Giles has spun at the final corner. Oh, that is unlucky for Lucas Giles. He's now down into P7. It's just not going. Red Bull again. Has he got the pace to get himself back into this race? 23 laps to go. Can he still be in contention for a top 5 finish? He's not that far away, only 1.52 med, but he will have hot tyres. Old Hoss is still on the charge, now into P8 for that Alfa Romeo car. Alfa Romeo 1.8 at the moment, looking good. Jake Squid is looking consistent.
We could see an overtake here. Either Striker Boy or Med on Templos. Doesn't look like it's going to be here, unless he goes for a very outrageous dive.
Doesn't seem to make it stick.
Strong on that back straight. Might be set up reliably.
Definitely, I think it will be. As we've seen some drivers absolutely storm past drivers, but Exafox seems to have enough straight line speed, as he's very close. 2 tenths, you'd think he'd get past. Can he get past? He won't have slipstream obviously because he's side by side. He will have DRS though. Striker Boy gets past Exafox by the corners. Exafox is, I think he's had an error as he's left possession. I'm not sure what's happened there.
But back ASAP.
Definitely let me get him back in possession. I'm not sure what happened there. But I think he was going to get overtaken anyway when he was in the game. But Striker Boy into P2. Now, if Xbox is out for long enough, will Andre catch up to the back of him? He's losing loads of attempts in this first sector. Just needs to get back in the lobby as soon as he...
Templos spins.
It just doesn't seem to go in Templos way in these first couple of rounds. needs to get it back on track as soon as possible as he does. But he's now demoted into, I think, P11.
I think a lot of drivers are struggling with tyre temps around this track. I found that a problem when I was racing. I think it's really difficult to keep those tyre temperatures down. There's just so many there's just a lot of differences in corners, and you're just pulling the tyres apart.
As Nova Gibson gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings on track limits. And it won't affect him anyway because he is in P17. Really pit stop behind Ben Rush 07. If there was a safety car, it might bring him back into the battle. I think a couple of drivers will need a safety car here to get back involved, as Andre is getting close to the back of X-Fox since he has disconnected. Not sure what's happened there. I don't know if he's going to join back or not in time, but he is just going to get ghosted through, and I think that is definitely going to promote Andre into the podium positions. Alpine is going to be chuffed with that result there, but there we go then. Alpine, new team principal, new start, and maybe new car on the podium this season. P3 for Andre, he's going to be chuffed with that, but cannot forget Med, close behind in the Williams. He's going to look to get that move done. Let's see if DRS does work for him. Dams Pine is very close to the back of Lucio, or Luzaro even. And he make a move in at the end of sector 1. Doesn't seem like he's close enough, but he will get DRS on the next straight, which is going to be crucial. I wonder if it's as effective for Dams Pine as it is for Striker Boy, as it doesn't seem like it's a lot, as Med does get past Andre and promotes him into the podium places, but I don't think he's going to let Med go as easy as he will get DRS down the back straight. It's all about his exit now from the chicane. Just doesn't seem to be at one with the Alpine car, and just can't get the power and speed as says GL Flag.
Jake Squid's driving. He looks
2.2
blown away by X-Fox's pole time, but he's just kept chipping away at the times, and he's now gained a 2.3 second gap to P2. Fantastic, consistent driving so far from Jake Squid. Will he be able to take it all the way? Andre just clinging onto the DRS of Med. Striker Boy up into P2 from P3 or 4, I believe.
He was up there definitely. He's got the pace, but I think we'll be happy with P4 actually. He just needs to keep it in there. Lucas Charles has caught back up from that spin. That's pretty impressive recovery. He's now in P5. X-Fox obviously with the issue. He's now down into P6. It's so unlucky. But it just shows it's pretty similar to real life. You might have an engine failure at any point. The LSM, you never know. But X-Fox is down to P6.
Is he back in? No.
I don't think so.
He said his game crashed, so I think he might need another invite.
Yeah, I've given him one. I'm not sure what's happened there. But Lucas Giles, very close to the back of Andre. Seems to have a lot of race pace, but just made that mistake. What did demote him down into, I think it was P7. But Andre is still very close to the back of Med for the final podium place. So if Lucas Giles has the pace, you've got to think, is he in for third place? Lucas Giles is just gaining a bit nick in every corner. Let's see how his exit is here. He gains another 2/10. That is a big gain from Lucas Giles. He's still very much in this battle. Very consistent recovery. Kept gaining on every lap, but just can't make a mistake. He's on hards as well, so let's hope for his sake that there's no safety car, because it will affect their strategy. But as you saw last time out, Tyler just seemed very just to keep together. As Johnny sets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, that is unlucky for Johnny.
Johnny's really struggling on this track, like we saw in Spain. I think tyre temps is a big problem for him.
just Mercedes. It's just never gets. It just goes from bad to worse in every race. They had such a good qualifying. I thought I was up there for the podium and Legends fun, and that just blew the hopes away.
There's that. There we go. Goes to the X-Fox, gets overtaken by Old Hoss. As I saw a little bit earlier, Jack Craft got past Damser Baron.
As Old Hoss is actually having a really good race. I think it's like P10, it's now up into P6. It's having a very good race. Again, Old Hoss is a very impressive driver, very consistent. But I think he'll be pretty pleased if he does keep it in P6 for the rest of the race. Only if X-Fox comes back anytime soon. Oh, as Andreas spun. Oh, he was in for chances. It's not great for Alpine either, the new team principal. And it's just not gone right. Lucas Charles is now promoted into P4. Old Hoss is now into P5. Oh, wow. Impressive as he dives into the pit lane because of a broken wing. That is not great for his tyre strategy. I think he will be able to get onto the mediums to the end, though. Unlucky. Very unlucky.
Goes for the move on Templos. Can he make it stick? Looks like he is. Bad to worse for Templos.
Just doesn't seem to go in his way at all, Templos, in these first few rounds. But yeah, very important first stint for, Jake Squid. Look at him go, 2.6 seconds. This first stint has really treated him. His pace is just unbelievable at this track. We saw him in Spain have a great midfield battle. Now he's up at the top. And wow, been a great race so far for Jake Squid. Striker Boy, 2.5 seconds. He's going to be pretty impressed actually with P2. Maybe he's the stronger Haas at the moment. It doesn't seem to have it in qualifying. He actually did in the later stages. I think it was a 127.999. There's a thing got another spin. I think it is fine with a DNF for the Mercedes of Johnny as Templos wants to go round the outside. Is he going to make it stick? Oh, as there's a car there. Oh, that's put him off massively. That's unlucky for Templos.
I think there was contact with Howes there. That could be a report in the making.
Not sure what happened there. I'm not sure if it was the ghosted car what put him off a bit, or it was contact. We'll have to find out in the last stages. Lucas Giles, 1.7. He's just losing time to the back of Med, but P4 still pretty good for himself.
Another unfortunate race for Johnny. Love to see him bounce back though.
Just seems to have the pace in qualifying, just can't keep the consistency in the race. Lap 12 of 29 now. And Jake Squid, yet again. Oh, we must have made a mistake actually. 7 tenths is the gap to Striker Boy. Commentator's curse, yet again, come into play.
7 tenths? Where have you got?
It must have glitched. Is it not?
He's in the pits. Is Jake Squid? He's in the pits.
So is Striker Boy. Front 2 in the pits. Is everyone going to follow him behind?
The lead of the race for now. Let's see what tyres he goes for.
It should be mediums.
It's gone for hards.
Hards. He must be on the medium hard strategy. I didn't see that one. The intervals have to fix himself. Thank God for that.
On hards as well.
But Jake Squid is out into P4. That's actually a nice. He's into a good set of clean air.
That could be crucial. He has to clear Jack Craft.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Striker Boy. He needs to warm up them tyres first anyway. But I wonder if Xbox will come back in the end.
Yeah.
Jake Squid in clean air.
Striker Boy has to clear this car as soon as possible if he wants to battle for his lead, for his win. Jack Craft could be his obstacle in the way. Just depends on when he pits.
We need to get those tyres up to temp. hards will be a lot harder to get up to temp. But I think he will have it sorted out by the end of the lap as he looks to attack. Hopefully gets it done here for his sake on this next lap. He will have DRS as it is open now. Will he make a move into the final corner? DRS doesn't seem to be as effective for him. He seems to have more downforce in that car. As Lucas Charles is now in the lead since 2 pit stops. Still needs to make that pit. I think he will get this move into turn 1. Striker Boy, take it away. He will have slipstream. Will he use any ERS? I hope he will. And DRS, he will clear him. Nice, he does it for Striker Boy. Into turn 1. Lovely move. Clears the traffic. Clean air. Nice, good job. 1.7.
Between Seth Martin and Dan Sapari here. They've been back and forth between each other. I've been watching on the minimap. As we know, Seth Martin for some great overtakes. If you've seen on our socials at FZR Racing.
But I think it's going to be the main straight for Seth Martin. That is where most of the moves are done on this circuit. And it's turn 1.
He's on new tyres though, so that could play a vital role.
Yeah, definitely. Seth Martin then 5 tenths is the gap. I don't think that's going to be close enough, as Nova Gibson has retired from the race.
Fortunate. Looking good in Q2.
Yeah, it's just thrown away. As now Seth Martin is looking to attack. He's going for a switchback. Oh no, not quite. Andre is also went bad first in him as well in P14. I think I was pitting, and he's going to look to get Seth Martin as well. Join this battle for P12.
Looks like
Has Seth Martin pitted?
He's gaining a lot. Seth Martin's not pitted yet. Andre clears him easily on the straight. Almost goes into the back of Dan Sparran there. That was very close. Is Seth Martin going to go in? No, he's not. What about them?
In out again.
He's not.
Seth Martin, it might look like, I think it does look like it's going to be another week, another misery with no points for Red Bull. Lucas Charles on the other hand is in P1, hasn't pitted yet though. Striker Boy is actually 1.9 behind Jake Squid. Gained a little up on the pit, but he's starting to lose it a bit more now as Jake Squid's tyres come to life.
Lusario gets past Legend nice and easy on the main straight.
No mistakes there for Lusario. Nice, he does it. Should be getting points hopefully. As
looking for the move on Jack Craft. DRS open. Bit of overtake just to get him that bit past. And he has done it nice and easy.
As Med actually, I think he started from the back of the grid, if I'm not wrong. Is up 13 positions so far. Yeah, I think Med started from the back of the grid. If he gets podium today, that'll be incredible.
Therefore, Jack Craft speeding in the pit lane. That is unfortunate. Where's he going to come out? Looks like it will be in P9. P8 actually, his Legend is in as well.
It is. Nice stop from Legend there. But Old Hoss, I don't think he's pitted.
No.
Either in P3.
Lucas, Old Hoss, and X Fox, and Ben Mushy yet to pit. So number 1 and number 3, and number 6 and number 12.
Wonder where Lucas Charles is going to come out when he does eventually pit. Med is his real battle, but obviously he's going to be a little quite far behind. That's Red Bull. I mean that's Alpine, Williams even. Can't get it right. But yeah, Med has had a sensational battle to get up to
10 plus.
original podium position.
Is he going to go for the move on Ben Rushy. It's going to be another switchback. It just well is. Fantastic move again from Templos. We saw it back in Spain, and we see it now in Miami again. Fantastic overtake.
Wow. Just loves it, doesn't he? He loves the switchback. Does Templos. It's his strengths in overtaking.
Radborn in.
And Lucas Giles as well, the leader, is out in P4. 4 seconds is the gap to Med. That's actually not that bad. Maybe he can gain it. He's got a lot of fresher tyres. He's on the mediums as well. Lucas Giles, Med, and he's definitely been driver of the day so far. Gained 15 positions. He came from the back of the grid. He's in P3 right now. Med has done everything to deserve this podium, but can Lucas Giles deny him in the late stages of this race? It's going to be close between the end. It just depends on how much Lucas Giles can gain on those mediums. Hard mediums, maybe it is the better strategy now. Let's see what the pace is like.
Excellent drive from Jake Squid so far, can I just say. Deserves all the
Kept
credit
that gap.
he's getting right now.
Yeah. Kept the gap right now. He's gained a bit more actually. But in sector 2, he just seems to get everything right in sector 2. The chicane, he takes so much curb, but he just styles it out. He gains so much in that sector. It just makes his car perform. He's at 1 with that car. Look comfortable.
Templos
Out of nowhere.
on the ghosted car of Xbox. Should be able to clear him even before the straight into the braking zone.
I think he will get DRS as well. That'll be good for him.
When he does. Just that extra bit of speed for Templos. On the straight into the braking zone. There we go.
And plus into P11, it's not the race he wanted today. Down 4 positions on his starting position. With that spin he had earlier in the race. My biggest wonder now is Lucas Giles going to be able to gain enough on Med on those medium to compound. Needs to make that advantage last. Fresher tyres by quite a few laps now. As we have had quite a few penalties today. Templos has a 3 second and Jetcraft has a 5 second. Everyone else I think has DNF anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's been interesting. It's going to be interesting near the end of the race to see who does get that final podium position. As Lucas Giles does seem to gain him, especially in sector 2. 2 tenths. He's up 4 tenths on his fastest lap time. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting, as I think Med is actually gaining on Striker Boy. Just found my car there, sorry about that.
Charles then, can he get past Damster Parrott on this lap? It's looking pretty likely. He's been edging ever so close each lap after each lap, just chipping the time away. As here we go onto the straight, gets the DRS. I think it's going to be just too far back this time out.
I mean, the ERS has just drained all the battery trying to catch up to Damspower. Looks like he will get points today, Harles, which is actually pretty good from where he started. Started from second to last. Now in up 7 positions. Good first race for Harles. But Templos is right behind actually. Can he make a double move? Depends on how much straight line speed he does have. As he'll get that lap open. and so will Hals. Is this going to go 3 wide into the final corner?
Might well do.
Oh, as Damsaparen has lost 2 positions, but can Templos make the move round the outside? You think he gets squeezed, so he can't make the move, and Damsaparen is now getting back Templos. It's now a battle between them, but I think Hals has cleared them just enough to not get overtake on this straight. I just went a bit wide there, but it's fine. Templos does keep P10 so far, but he does have a 3-second time penalty, which will be added onto the end of his race time, which would demote him now back to only P11. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Not sure because Legend does seem to be gaining, so it could be P12.
Because I'm pretty sure Lucas Giles, last time I looked, it was 4.5 seconds to Med. Now it's 2.4. I could be wrong. It could have been 2.4 the whole time. But it does seem to have pace. It seems to be setting personal best sectors still on those medium tyres. Haven't gone out yet. Yeah, he's constantly setting similar lap times to his fastest. Let's see what lap time Med can set.
Here we go then, Templos looking for the move on Hals, gets it done before the braking zone.
Simply lovely move from Templos into P9.
But Hals has a lot of oversteer, just puts the power on too early and gets overtaken by Damsaparen and Templos within 1 straight as he looks to gain the position back on Damsaparen. Good battle between these two. 3 actually.
For the final point positions, we've always had a good battle for the final point position, it seems, in the last few races as well. Yeah, again, as I say, Seth Martin hasn't been able to get any points. I don't think it seems to be like he'll get any points today, which is just unlucky. He always does seem to have a great start to his race, but just can never keep it under control, it seems. Always something that goes wrong for him. Hopefully we'll see a clean race next time out.
There we go.
And Lucas Chad's teammate doing phenomenally.
Hals gets back past Damsaparen, but is Damsaparen going to get him again on the next straight?
Tries to get a better exit. I think he probably will if he doesn't have DRS Tempos, which he doesn't.
Hals gets a great exit out of that last corner every single lap, but the DRS looks to be too powerful as he's used up all of his overtake. Damsaparen going to fly by again, but Hals brakes later. Going to be side by side going into the first straight. He does keep that lead.
Nice, he does it. For Hals there, trying to get points on debut in that AlphaTauri. Started in P17, now in P10. He's doing a good job actually. I think he'd have a bit of a moment at the start of the race, but he's back in it now, back in the points, and he's doing a good job for AlphaTauri.
This battle is fighting Legend back in. Now 6.5 attempts is the gap between them. He's in DRS, so we'll get that rear wing open. The gap between P2 and P3 is down to 1.6 seconds, now 1.5, as Med is closing in on Striker Boy. I'm going to switch there soon, after this battle is concluded.
Oof,
Might see
wow,
another
yeah.
double overtake here on this straight. But look at the exit from Hals, it's fantastic every single time.
Needs to get that extra edge, definitely, on Damsaparen. Maybe Legend could get involved and make a late stride for the final points position. Needs it for Mercedes, but it's going to be tough.
Certainly is.
top 4 battles getting close, definitely, for the final podium, and maybe Med to Striker Boy as well. Lucas Giles has gained about 4 tenths in the last 2 laps to Med. Going to be interesting to see if he can get in DRS within the next couple of laps. Let's see if Hard can do more of the same. Got to think if he don't get that exit at one point in the next couple of laps, will it lose him that final point position? There's Lucas Charles setting personal best sectors still. Ah, it's phenomenal. Come back.
Damson Barron goes for it around the outside, and that costs him the position.
Ooh.
Well, it nearly did, to Legend.
Oh, that's going to give Haas a nice bit of breathing room. But obviously, let's see if he gets that same exit. Yeah, that's no one's making a move there.
I think he
great exit.
Traction control on with half past to put the power down there.
Ooh, was if you...
Ooh, contact there between Damson Barron and Hals. I think a bit of his rear wing, his front wing, sorry, has broken. Going to see if that affects his lap times in the due course of the race. As now, Lucas Giles is just outside the DRS of Med.
Yeah, I've been watching this battle all along for Lucas Giles. He's just gaining every single lap, personal best sectors. He's doing enough to get that podium place. He really wants it to impress his new team boss and CEO. But I don't think he's going to be in DRS this time. Not quite. I think he will be on the next lap. But he will be getting that slipstream advantage, as yeah, look at that. But Lucas Giles is definitely in this battle for the podium. And don't forget, Med has been getting on Striker Boy as well, so maybe it could end up in P2. Let's see what Lucas Giles can do in the final 5 laps. 4 laps, no? Yeah, 4 laps of this race.
Gets DRS this time.
J Squid. That's going to bring him closer. That's going to be comfortably in DRS for the back straight as well. Hopefully he does better. Look at through the corners. He just seems to have a bit of extra grip on those medium compound compared to Med's hards. And they have pressure as well. So we've got to think, has he chose the right strategy call? But let's see what he can do on the back straight. Let's see if he gets a good exit. There's, ooh, nice, he does it actually. Gained a slightly more better exit than Med. 6 attempts is the gap. DRS enabled. I don't think he's going to use DRS just to try and charge up the battery for when it's better position. 5 attempts, I don't think that's enough by the corner. As no, it doesn't seem to be at all, but it is going to bring him in. Oof, very close. Can he make it on the back straight? This might go to the final lap actually between these two. Oh, there's a bit of a snap there for Med. That's going to cost him some time. Has he got a good enough exit? It's pretty similar. He's definitely could be. I think he's nearly got it done by DRS. Slipstream, DRS, not using any DRS. Down the inside, what a strategy this is going to be for Lucas Giles. Into P3. His new team boss is going to be delighted. Now, is he going to actually push on for P2? Because he's got the pace. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if Med can cause a good battle. As I think there's a spin, and I think that is Legend. Oh no, Legend was in it for. Oh, Lucas Giles, it's a 30.6. That's the fastest lap so far. Wow, what a lap it has been for himself. 1.1's the gap to Striker Boy. Can he make 2 moves in 2 laps? I don't think he's going to be close enough to get DRS. But next lap, you've got to think, is he going to get involved for that battle for P2? What a late charge it's been. He made an error and he's came back with a better strategy call, I've got to say, from Lucas Giles, as I don't think Med's going to be anywhere close to getting any sort of move done, as Lucas Giles is actually going to might get DRS on the back straight to Striker Boy.
Incredible charge so far from Lucas Giles. Mediums compared to the hard tyres. 9 laps old medium versus 13 lap old hards. It's just when will they wear off? But we saw in Spain They didn't even wear off at all after so many laps. So I think Lucas Charles made the right call here. He's now in DRS of Striker Boy.
He's still gaining. Look at it, personal best sectors, purple sectors every single lap. He's done a fantastic job of managing these tyres all the way. He's not going to be able to make a move on this lap, but he's got DRS. Oh, maybe he can actually. No, he's not going to go for a dive bomb there. But maybe into turn 1. If he uses a bit of VRS, he's very close to the back, maybe even touching. Can he take P2 away from Striker Boy? You've got to think, if he didn't spin earlier in this race, could have been in the contention for this win. Can he get in the move into turn 1 on Striker Boy though on this lap? I think he can. Down into turn 1. Lucas Giles does get P2. Can Striker Boy do anything about it? He goes for a switch back. He does make it sick. Wow, Striker Boy, what a switch back. Oh my god, he's defending this like a god. Oh, Minnesota defence, Striker Boy. Oh wow. Oh, that is phenomenal switchback, but he is a lot closer on this back straight. 3 attempts is the gap. Is he going to get, if he does lose his position, is he going to get the same treatment from Med? He's even going to get a podium today. He just needs to keep within Lucas Giles' DRS, and I think he will keep it. But DRS wide open. Lucas Giles is going to go to the inside. Oh, that's phenomenal. Lucas Giles, he's surely got this done. He's got the racing line, and it's nicely done at the end of 6-2. Ooh, Med goes into the back of Striker Boy. I don't know if he just broke a bit too late there, but wow, what a charge. Lucas Giles, if he didn't spin earlier in this race, could have been in for the win. The strategy call has been spot on by the team. Oh, that just shows the team building the VAD. P2 for Lucas Giles. It's been phenomenal.
Striker Boy is going to lose another position here to Med with the DRS. And he does. Striker Boy down into P4. Med back into the podium positions.
Now, if Lucas Giles clears Med and gets him out of DRS, will Striker Boy be able to just try and get that back? Oh, it's going to be close. I think it's going to go down to the final lap.
Once again, I want to congratulate Jake Squid on his fantastic drive. Can he bring it home? 2 more laps to go.
I mean, Lucas Giles. Wow, I mean, it was the gap of 3 seconds at the end of the last lap to Jake Squid, so you've got to think if there was another like five laps in here, he could have won this race. He's just gaining every corner, as I think that's Templos who spun. The former champion, or 2-time champion.
I don't think he is with that 3-second time penalty. Very unfortunate.
Very, very unfortunate for Templos. He had cleared out Hals as well. But yeah, it's just unlucky now. As the battle for P2, I think it's going to finish here, sadly, for Med. 8 attempts is the gap, and it just seems to have good exits out of every corner. I think he will gain here though. I just don't think it's enough to even try have a move into turn 1 on the next lap. Striker Boy also is suffering from this bit of a train. Ideally, he would want Med to clear be cleared from Lucas Giles. He has gone a bit deep there actually, Med, and that's going to give Lucas Giles a better exit and gain more time for Lucas Giles, as Med says personal best lap 30.9, but I think Lucas Giles is obviously still setting some brilliant sector times. He has got the fastest lap, P2 on the fastest lap. You've got to think what a race it has been for Lucas Giles. He spun on the opening 10 laps, came back into P2. Red Bull are going to be over the moon with this drive. Lap 29 out of 29. Jake Squid has done everything right on this lap. I mean, in his whole race, he's done nothing wrong at all. He overtook X Fox when he was actually still in on the first lap. Led the first lap. Halfway through, and he's now on the final lap. He's led every single lap, obviously, apart from the ones he pitted on. But Jake Squid, what a race it has been. Back on top in league racing. It's good to see. League racing many times before. It's been a struggle for him, but with the practice he's been doing all week for this race, Jake Squid has been truly phenomenal. It's just been good enough for everything, as I think Tempos has spun again, which is unlucky. Oh, he's had a disconnection failure. But Jake Squid, it's all about him now. He's done everything right in this race. He's held everything off from behind him. He's covered it all off. Pit strategy has been fantastic. Nothing wrong. done in this race. No errors, really. Jake Squid is going to get his first win in FZR Racing League. He crosses the line. He wins in Miami. What a drive. Lucas Giles, P2 after a spin. Oh, wow, what a race. Red Bull are going to be delighted with that. Med, P3, 15 positions gained from Med. From the back of the grid, puts it on the podium. What a race from Med. Truly phenomenal. Striker Boy, unlucky for him, gets P4 in the end. Gets overtaken by Med and Lucas Charles. But, oof, wow, what a race. Got to give a shout out to, obviously, Lucario as well. Gained 6 positions in this race, gets P5 for that Ferrari. Old Hoss Radborn, obviously we've seen his consistency before. P6. What a race it has been for him as well. Done everything right.
Still a battle going on here. There's more contact. The midfield battle has been very feisty. I'm sure there will be lots of reports going out. Seth Martin does manage to get his first point though in FZR Racing.
Seth Martin has done it. He's got in the points. I'm so happy for him today. He's going to be really pleased with that. Double points for Red Bull. P10. That's an extra point in the bag. But that's 20 points altogether for Red Bull this weekend. Fantastic. They've deserved that. Practice all week. I think they're going to be delighted.
There we go, Ben Rushy. Finishes P16. Jake Squid wins round 3 of season 5.
Well deserved. Absolute phenomenal drive all the way through.
Yeah, we saw him
Nice.
put the practice in Discord throughout the week, and it has definitely paid off there. As here we go. Here he is, Jake Squid taking the top step of the podium for Alfa Romeo.
I'm so buzzing for him. He's deserved that. Definitely. He's come back. He was in a midfield battle last week, and now he's back at the top. He's just been phenomenal. Absolutely been phenomenal. Drove everything he could. 2 seconds have been the constant gap, all distance, all race. But yeah, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Lucas Giles gets the fastest lap as well with an absolute charge at the end there to grab P2. But yeah, miserable for Mercedes again. But delight for Alfa Romeo and Red Bull.
Of course.
Who's your driver of the day?
Driver of the day, I think it's got to be Med. P18
Yeah.
to P1.
Yeah. I was going to say that. It's been tough though because you've got to think Lucas Charles. He's into P2, got the fast lap, his better strategy call for this team. Jake Squid as well, dominant. But yeah, I think it's got to be Med. 15 gained positions in the end. It's just been truly phenomenal drive.
If it wasn't Med, it's got to be Jake Squid really. I mean,
Yeah.
from last
Definitely.
week to this week, it's a vast improvement. It's what practice does.
Practice makes perfect. Well, let's see if anyone wants interviews. As if I think we have a couple rating.
Ready for Jake Squid when you are?
I am ready.
Alright, we're coming in.
What a blue.
Jake.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Oh, last week, not even in the points. Bro, what has happened between... Oh, bro. There was a point where I didn't even think I was going to make it out of Q1, and it happened, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean that was absolutely a phenomenal drive. Constant 2 second gap. You've pretty much led every lap, apart from obviously the pits. But yeah. I mean, just give us your thoughts on that race.
Well, obviously, I didn't have the best Q3. I was getting purple sector, but I was 2 times off. On the first lap, though, a freeway into turn 1, and then down the first DRS straight, I think, on the first lap, I just saw my opportunity, and I just Dover, and then we battled for a bit. Then off into P1. I knew that was my only chance because the midfield today was really, really strong. But oh my god.
Well, it just
Yeah.
shows what practice can do. We saw you in the Discord all throughout this week comparing times with 10 plus, practicing, and it has paid off. Brilliant drive.
Thank you.
I don't think you had an instance today because how clean it was for you. Just a
The
nice
only incident which I think I had was in quali, but that's not going to affect the race result.
But yeah, going forward, I mean, what's your expectations for the next race?
Just put in more effort and try harder. The result is the result, I guess. Oh, I sound like Will Buxton here, but you know.
But yeah.
Actually, one thing, massive thanks to my teammate. He, once I pitted, I caught up to him and he gave me DRS for 2 times in a row. Didn't hold me up at all. He let me go straight through, and that was probably one of the that probably helped me maintain the lead at the end there. So.
Yeah, you got to say your teammate did amazing as well. Actually, gained a lot of positions in the race. P6. It's very good points for the team there. Yeah, again another Alfa Romeo delight this weekend.
Yeah, obviously it takes 2 for the constructors.
Yeah, definitely. And Monza next. What's your thoughts on Monza?
0-0, send it into turn 1. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, thank you for joining us today. That's where we're going to conclude this interview. But you've been amazing, and we appreciate you joining us today. And congratulations on the first win.
Thank you. That's actually second win in FZR. I got one in the 2021 game.
Oh, wow. Well, first 2022 game.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, you too. Let's bring in next P2, Lucas Giles.
Lucas Giles for Red Bull. Lucas Giles.
Wow. I mean, Lucas Giles, what a race it's been. You spun in the first 10 laps. You came back. We're an absolute bang. The pit strategy was fantastic. Just tell us your thoughts on that race.
Oh my. It's been so long. I've been in this league for so long. I've been in and out of races. And to finally get a podium, finally get points this season, it's sick. I just want to give a shout out to Swifts. I would not have been able to do that without his amazing strategy. Oh.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal. I mean, all week your team's been at it, trying to improve the performance, and it's proved. I mean, P2, out of nowhere. I mean, it's been a phenomenal race for you guys. Seth got his first points as well, but unlucky for him to get a spin as well. But hopefully, I mean, next week he does get some more points for the team. But yeah, what a phenomenal race. You spun, you came back, and you brought a battle to Striker Boy as well, which was fantastic. But Monza next week, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know how strong I am at Monza compared to everyone. We've done so much practice at Miami. I'm pretty sure we'll do the same for Monza. It is Doris's birthday, so good to give the CEO a good birthday present. But I have no idea. I'm excited for Monza. I think it's one of my stronger tracks, and yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you had an instance during the race, did you? Apart from the spin.
Apart from the spin, it was such a clean race. It was amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I think you even came out in clean air after you pitted, if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's been a great race from you. P2. I think my driver of the day definitely. If it weren't for Med, obviously coming up 15th. But yeah, phenomenal, and we hope to see you at the top again next race.
Congrats on the fastest lap as well.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Thank you.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks for coming in today. Congratulations.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Right, we will now. Who do you want to go to?
Let's get Lusario in.
Who was he racing for?
Ferrari. Lusario. I mean, P5. What a race.
Yeah. Honestly, really good result.
Yeah, just gives you thoughts on that race.
Well, I mean, honestly, from I just took an 8-month break from racing. I just came back like a week ago. Spain was my first race back. So I haven't really I'm still getting used to the game again. And in this race, coming from P11 up to P5, the strong pace. Went for a different strategy than the rest as well. I went for a hard medium, but I pitted in lap 10, lap 11. So I had to do a longer stint on those mediums. Ended up working pretty well. So yeah, overall just happy with the result.
Yeah, definitely 6 positions gained. I mean, it's been a great race for you. Yeah, pretty strong performance. I mean, there's not much you can ask really. Clean air for most of the race. Did you have any incidents?
I did spin once. Yeah, I did spin like I think before my first stop even. Ended up costing me like 8 or 9 seconds. So I think I would have been just short of P4, P3 if I didn't have the spin. But yeah.
Yeah, unlucky. Very close to the fast lap as well. But I think the strategy from Hearts Region has been just truly powerful today. We saw Lucas Charles pulling it off very well. But yeah, I mean, it's been a good race from you. P11 to P5. I mean, what more can you ask from that? Any final thoughts?
Not really. Just looking forward to the next race. Gonna start practicing a lot. So hopefully I can get a good result again next week.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I appreciate you joining today. What a race it's been from you as well. P11 to P5, and congratulations on that result.
Yep,
Thank you.
congrats.
Thank you.
We're going to go Hals next in the Alpha Tower.
Yep. Hals, first race back. Not quite in the points. P11 in the end. And you had some good battles there. Just tell us your thoughts on that race.
In my books, I go for P9, but it's my race got ruined about lap 25 because so I play steering wheel, so my pedals, I've always had this bug since I've switched steering wheel. Sometimes I get 75% brake pressure, and I got it around lap 25, so I had to brake even early, and then a McLaren went for a dive bomb at lap 28 and spun me, and then I got a penalty for it.
Yeah, unlucky. We saw some good battles in the end. Yeah, I think you qualified P17 to actually P11. That's not actually bad at all. So yeah, I mean, what instance did you have at the end?
Pardon?
Did you have any instance at the end? I think you did, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, with the Red Bull, because my brake pressure wasn't working, and I had wing damage for the whole race. It wouldn't fix the wing damage for some reason. It's like a glitch.
Lucky. On to the next one then. Monza next. What are your thoughts on that circuit?
Hopefully, I don't get my bad luck and hopefully get some points. In my book, I think I deserve them points, but it's racing at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll
I mean, we wish you the best of luck for next week as well. Yeah, reports as well coming in. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens then.
I don't know if I can get points because I don't have a seat yet. That was my reserve opportunity.
Well,
yeah,
it was always next race. There's always next race. A lot of races left to get a seat, so look forward to seeing you again. So thank you for racing.
Yeah, no worries. Enjoyed it.
Good. Right, see you at the next one. Seth Martin next. Seth, first point.
Hello.
In FZR.
Yes. Thank God I've been waiting.
Let's go. I mean, it could have been so much more. I think you deserve more, and then you're unlucky for the spin. I think at the start, but I mean, yet again, you had some good points for the team as well. Lucas Charles in P2. But you finally got your own points.
Yeah, I know. I'm delighted, but it's not where I want to be. I know that 1 point it's my first points, and I'm happy with that. And in terms of the actual team that we've just grown over the last couple of days, like we're doing in there, we've done hours of practice in the last couple of days for this race, and just the team energy we have is just so high. And for Lucas to get P2 is an incredible result for the team. I should have been, maybe 1 or 2 places higher, but that's the way it goes. And had the spin, but still managed to climb back up and take a point home for the team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you did have pace today. I did think you did deserve more. But yeah, we do see your teammate absolutely ripping it up in the top 2. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the next track, Monza?
Hopefully, I think I'll do better because I feel naturally Miami, as I said last week, is it's the first year that Miami's been a track, so for everyone it's a little bit iffy. But I feel like Monza, just get the low wings on and just full throttle down that straight. So hopefully I'll be able to perform a lot more. Although I did make it into Q3 in Miami, which I was really happy with. That was my first Q3 appearance. So
Yeah. I mean, first of all, like, how do you think your team principal and CEO now has transformed the team? I mean, you've been phenomenal this weekend. I've got to say, the pace of both your cars have been pretty outstanding compared to last week.
Him and along with the race engineer as well, like they've just been doing magic for the team. Like the motivation they've been given is just mental, and I'm very thankful for them. And now he's got the CEO, so he's like doubled the amount of cars we have. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where the team goes. I kind of feel like at the moment I'm in a bit of like a McLaren IRL situation. Like I am at where I want to be, but I know I can be somewhere else. So yeah, on to the next one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, good point. Good point today. Glad you got your first point, and hopefully you can build from this going into Monza. So
Hopefully, yeah.
Thanks for joining us today, and wish you the best of luck for the next one.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. And I think that concludes the interview set for today.
Yep. So next track is Monza for round 4. We'll see you all there. Make sure to follow us on social media on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and all the other ones to keep up to date with the standings and race results. So thank you all for watching round 3, and we'll see you in round 4. Thank you.
Monza, let's go.